Yes, it's configuring, it's testing, it's doing all of those things. And now it says it's live. And then we'll check the Facebook. And then we'll check the computer. I see video on the iPad, yeah. But I saw video on the iPad before. And I see video on the Boxcaster. No, it's black still on. Now I see video on the computer. Yep, it's there now. I think we just got live now. So we've been messing with the technology here for about 30 minutes. I apologize for that. We couldn't figure out why our iPad was not talking to our computer system into the YouTube page. So thanks to Ball Deep today on his Saturday, going in and helping me out with the technology. We're finally rocking and rolling. So there's 13 minutes left to go in the first half. Bellingham got a goal. They're now the Bellingham, although it says Red Raiders on the top of their JV page. I believe they're now the Bay Watchers. You're gonna hear me talk a little bit on the phone to Ball Deep. So now you're hearing a little back chatter. So apologize for some of that technical difficulty, but now we're up and running. You heard me talking to Ball Deep. We're going. And Julie, I'm sorry that we didn't get this right at the start. Not quite sure what happened with that technology. So 1-0 Bellingham lead, 13 minutes left to go in the first half. They got a goal at the 18-minute mark. The Cougars were originally scheduled to play this game last Thursday, and it's been moved to today, this afternoon, because of the potential playoff game that the Cougars could be involved with next Thursday night. And as I was talking to Coach Nick Anderson, that win Thursday night was a huge step in the right direction, securing the Cougars a playoff spot. But we won't know until the end of the games on, I believe, Tuesday night to know if that's going to be a home game or an away game. If it's going to be a home game, then we will have it for you on the live stream. If it's going to be an away game, we'll have the volleyball home game on the live stream on Thursday night. So Bellingham has a corner kick, and at halftime we're going to bounce the iPad around a little bit, and we're going to see if we can't get a few of the connections tightened up on the tripod. So hang with us on that. Short corner taken, and now the ball's coming back, and Bellingham looks to tee it up and take a shot from distance, but it's well defended by the Cougars. Let's get the Cougar lineup out there for you. Got Miranda Harrison and Heavenly Brown up top. Harrison, number 3, now going back into the goal to help defend the much significantly taller Bellingham player. And again, they're playing it short, looking to get it in the mixer. Knocked down nicely by McDonald. Now it's a shot from distance, not troubling anywhere. Riley Westfang's there. And the cross into the middle. It's deflected by Butcher, and it'll be out for another corner kick. So Harrison and Heavily Brown up top. Layla Thomas did get a run at the start there in the front two. We have Angela McDonald, number 12, with the green boots on. That is the stalwart, that number 6 spot in the central defense. Corner kick into the middle, right to the keeper, and Kaela Riviera is able to sit on it and make the save. So McDonald in the middle, number 12, and she's joined in the middle by number 4, Kaylee Chang, and number 99, Kalon Buckley. So Westvang and Graham are the wing backs. Graham on the right, Westvang on the left, with the 3 central defenders of Butcher now on the left, switching over from her normal right-hand side with Aurora Fitzsimmons still apparently out. Kiana Ose in the center, and Jasmine Graham, I guess, is the other right back. So that puts Buckley, Chang, McDonald, and we'll pick up that other midfielder's number and give it to you as she is in the middle of the field right now. Harrison tracking it down, but cleared by Bellingham. That's Chang, number 4. That's being run down by Heavily Brown, but the keeper will get there. And that's Opplinger out on the right wing, number 5, Amy Opplinger. So that sets the Cougar lineup for you. Harrison and Brown up front, McDonald, Chang, Buckley, Opplinger, and Westvang in the middle with the 3 defensive backs of Butcher, who's they're going to let the keeper come get it, and Ose and Graham. Graham has been one of the best attackers for the Cougars. I believe she leads them in goals scored, and she's had good success working the right sideline, and it'll be interesting to see if the Cougars are unable to get anything going offensively, how long Nick Anderson will keep her on the back line and not move her up to the front to a more attacking position, because they are playing 3 flat at the back today with the 3 defenders basically in a straight line at midfield. Throwing to McDonald, or the throw into Chang. McDonald shoots from distance. That does not trouble the Bellingham keeper. Throws it out. Westvang knocks it down. She gets it, puts it right back on frame. But the keeper, who I believe is Sarah Tweed, T-W-E-D-T, Tweet, senior goalie, is there for the Baywatchers. Although I think I'm going to go, although it says 2019 Red Raiders roster, Cindy Parlin, our announcer, has a roster that calls them something else. So we'll see if we can't get that cleared up too at halftime. We'll use the Google because the Google knows everything to figure that out. If Lakewood High School Jeanette Grisham were anywhere around, we could ask her, because she was a Bellingham High School administrator. And she could tell us what's going on. Julie Harrison finally texts me and says we're live. Thanks, Julie, for chiming in. Again, we're sorry for the delay. Technology is my friend. It's knocked down by Butcher, cleaned up the center by McDonald. Harrison holds it up, and now Buckley plays that long and just rolls harmlessly to the keeper. So ball really played mostly in the Bellingham end of the field. Cougars on defense. And the Google says that the year 2021 will be the last year for the Red Raiders as their mascot. The change is due to elements of racial connotations towards Native Americans. They will now be called the Bayhawks. So I'm not sure if the change has taken place now or if the name change comes at the end of this year, but we'll go with Bayhawks for now for the rest of the game. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Cougars trail 1-0. Nice play by Kiana Ost to step in and knock that ball down. Plays it to the outside. Westfang is able to track it down but not be able to secure the touch to retain possession. So it'll be a Baywatcher throw in. There's a good step by Butcher. And that's knocked out again for a Baywatcher throw in. That ball is played long by Buckley, and again, the keeper will come out at the top of the 18 and pick it up. Harrison's going to run, but not going to be able to chase it down. Bellingham on the attack now. Misplay, Brown has it, looks for Harrison in the middle, can't get through the defense. And the Baywatchers come back on the attack. That ball's played off Westfang and rolls out of bounds. Ball is centered. Graham knocks it away. Brown gives chase. Unable to get it. And now it's played back to the keeper. And that's into the game. That's number 1, Kaylee Risen. So Risen into the game to give a little bit more speed and ball control up front, playing with Harrison, who will be called to do the more physical hold-up play. So Risen's going to be in there to run off Harrison and see if they can generate a little bit of action. Heavenly Brown was up top. She's now back in the midfield as Kaylee Chang has been subbed out. Throwing to McDonald. Nice turn. Takes on 2 players. Gets it. Harrison has it now. Drops it back to McDonald. Puts it on her left foot to Westfang. Westfang now shoots, and it's just over the top. Nice right foot by Riley Westfang, and that ball would have been over the top of their keeper, but it just goes over the top. Good offensive play there between McDonald, Brown, Harrison, and then finally Westfang with the final kick. Bellingham on the run. Their number 9, Delaney Tauble, turned the corner on Butcher, got a step on her, but was unable to finish the kick, putting it wide, and that's going to be a Cougar goal kick. The clock is stopped at 2 minutes now, so there's 2 minutes left to go here in the first half, and we will know that the last 2 minutes is kept on the official's watch. That's just a long ball through to no one, and the keeper handles it with no problem. Looking again on the outside. This time they were looking for number 8, who is not on my roster. Perhaps that's, well, Delaney Taubel is listed on the JV as number 8 and on the varsity as number 9. There's a number 9 and a number 8 out there on the field right now, so I'm not sure not sure what we're going to do and call that one out there. So we'll try and maybe get an updated Bellingham roster as well. That's the end of the first half. Bellingham with a goal in the 19th minute leads 1-0. We're going to mess with our technology. We're going to turn the mic off and see if we can't do a better job of securing the tripod, and we'll be back for the second half run. Welcome back to the second half of this soccer match between the Bellingham Bayhawks and the Lakewood Cougars on the campus of Lakewood High School at Dick Cardinal Stadium. Sorry about all the technology glitches and the spinning around and all of that, but we think we've got the iPad set. We think we've got the technology on. We're up and running on YouTube. And even better, at halftime I was able to get an accurate roster of the Bayhawks and able to discover that Opal Barker is in the goal, a sophomore goalkeeper, not the other players I was called. Apparently she graduated a couple of years ago. The 8 and 9 dilemma has been resolved. Number 9 is Maisie Wright, a senior central midfielder, and Harmony Smith is a forward playing out on the right wing. She's a junior. So I now have a correct roster with correct numbers on it, so that will help for the second half as well. So I thank Cindy Parlin for providing that for me at the half. Cougars wearing their black and gold uniforms. Bellingham wearing red shorts with a white top. We call them kits in soccer. They're wearing their white kits with blue trim or black trim and red shorts. And they will be going from right to left. The wind has just started to kick up here, blowing from right to left, and it will probably swirl a little bit down at field level. So the Cougars to kick it off, Harrison, Thomas, Buckley, Graham now pushed up to the right-hand side, right midfield, with Kaylee Chang there. That's Thomas now out to Graham on the outside. She gets her first touch immediately, puts it towards the goal, knocked away. Layla Thomas is on it, puts it in front. No one's there. Harrison's on it. It's in. It's in. No, it's not in. The referee says the keeper has the ball on the line. Great effort by Thomas and Harrison. Harrison's got her hands up going, that was a goal. Looked like a goal from here, but it was not to be. But great attacking form right away. Jasmine Graham up on that right wing. Thomas and Harrison. Buckley, Chang, Westfang with 3 at the back now, with McDonald, Butcher, and Emily Opliger now playing that outside left back. So, ball goes off the Bayhawks and out of bounds, Cougar throw. Let's see if the Cougars can get on their front foot here at the start of the half and be a little bit more aggressive in the attacking end. Ball going down the sidelines. They're slowly matriculating the ball with the throw-in down the side. Again, throw to Lakewood. The ball comes into Thomas. She and Buckley are chasing it down. Buckley gets it, drops to McDonald, to Graham. One touches it to Thomas, on to Harrison. Cleaned up by the central defense, but McDonald has it back. She's got control. She's looking outside to Westfang, but just, Westfang is able to run it down. Westfang tried changing to the middle. And here comes Jasmine Graham tracing down the ball, kicks it off of Harrison, almost right back to Graham, who would have been cleared a goal. But Bellingham's able to clean it up and put it out of bounds. Another Cougar throw. That's Amy Opliger out there on the left defensive fullback position. Buckley with possession, loses it. Her touch deceives her. Right to the middle, now played outside. A little too far, that's out. That's Zoe Burke, a freshman who couldn't quite track it down and keep it in play. Throwing to Thomas, tracking it down. Stolen back. Challenged by Butcher. Now Graham's back. That's going to be cleaned up by Ose. She's going to find Thomas. Thomas holds off the defender. Back to Graham. Graham looks to the middle of the field for a running Harrison. That's picked off by Harmony Smith. They play it outside as Bellingham now switches the attack from right to left. Good step by Opliger to McDonald. Gets it in the middle of the field to Chang. Chang gives it away. And Riviera is going to come out, make the save. So just underway here in the second half, 36 minutes left to go. And Cougars are trailing 1-0. Thomas gets hit in the head and stays down. Now the referee's going to blow the whistle. And Sarah Skirgard's coming in for Thomas. Coach Anderson picks her up. She kind of gives a little shimmy shake. She walks off the field holding the back of her head. And it's going to be a drop ball. And drops the ball in front of the striker, Emma Schmella. And she just puts it into Riviera, who then can restart the game. Good sportsmanship there. Outside to Graham. Graham's got one person to beat, gets by her. She gets the shoulder, no call. Referee plays the advantage as Graham again attacks the goal. Drops it to McDonald. No, that wasn't McDonald, that was Chang. And Chang plays it wide for a goal kick. Goal kick. Graham defends it. Stolen away by Buckley. She gets it out from under her feet, pushes it down the sidelines, but is unable to get on it before it's pushed away by the Bellingham defender. On the run into the midfield now. Knocked away and now secured by Chang. That's played down the sideline off of the freshman Zoe Burke, and it's going to be a Cougar throw. Bellingham switches the field on the attack. Tough first touch there, and McDonald's able to chase it down and clear it. Butcher knocks it down, but right to a Bayhawk, but it goes to Riviera, who easily secures that ball. Punts it right to a Bayhawk, who kicks it right back to her, so we'll reset it. We'll do it again. This time that Bayhawk knocks it down, but right to Jasmine Graham. Jasmine's taking her run down the right side. Again, number 4, the defender, Casey French, is physical with Jasmine. This time he knocks her off the ball. Bellingham secures it. Again, they switch fields, trying to attack down the right-hand side. And that ball's intercepted by Westvang. Westvang with a touch to Buckley, drops it to McDonald. Puts it long to Westvang, but headed back by a Bayhawk. So good turn, tries to roll it to the attacker, way too far for her, and Opplinger just takes it and just puts it out of bounds. Ball didn't have quite enough juice to go all the way over the end line to roll for a goal kick. So Graham coming out, Heavenly Brown coming in, Thomas coming in, and Sarah Skurrud is coming out. So a little bit of misunderstanding of the rule there by Riviera. I think she could have picked it up. She puts it down the sideline. Westfang's on a nice run to Harrison, holds the ball up, back to Westfang, but just played into the Bellingham keeper. She punts it, unable to be controlled, and so it's out of bounds for a Cougar throw. Opplinger chasing it down. She'll throw the ball in over there on the far side. If you're just joining us, we had some technological problems getting going, so we missed probably the first 2/3 of the first half. Sorry about that. We also missed Bellingham's goal as they led. They got a goal in the 19th minute to make a 1-0 lead. The game has been played with Bellingham as the aggressor in the first half, but Lakewood's coming out on their front foot and has really taken it to them in the second half, and they've had the more dangerous chances until that last attack on the Cougar goal, where Riviera wasn't sure if she could play it with her hands or her feet, so she played it with her feet. Better safe than sorry. We are 10 minutes gone into the second half, 30 minutes to go here at Dick Cardinal Stadium, and that ball rolls out of bounds for a Cougar throw. Throw comes to McDonald, squares it to Buckley. She keeps it going outside to Chang and looks for Buckley on the give and go. She goes a little too quick. Thomas can't get there. Bellingham cleans it up and it goes out of bounds. And that ball is headed out of bounds off of Bellingham head. That's going to be a Cougar throw. Throw in by Butcher off Bellingham head. McDonald is able to secure it, knocks it down, looks for Harrison, not there. Bellingham on the attack, playing it out wide. Ball played in. She's on sides. And Oos just does a great job of walling off the offensive player's run and forces a goal kick. Great job by Kiana Oos, knowing the speed of the ball, knowing the speed of her opponent, and knowing how to just wall her off and be physical and let the ball roll out for a goal kick. Jasmine Graham back into the game now. She's changed her boots. She's gone from a gold set of pair of boots now to a bright magenta, I guess, pair of boots. Let's see if it helps her turn the speed on. She knocks down the defender. Oh, and is going to get called for a foul, knocking down Casey French. Couldn't see how physical that challenge was or not because it was right behind the tent. Layla Thomas in a foot race. Then she's beaten by both the goalie and the central defender. Big boot out to midfield. Bellingham again is looking for their center forward, Casey French, and again is beaten to the ball, and it goes out. July Jacoby now coming out as Maisie Wright comes back in. Short throw. Ball is sent into the middle and deflected out off a Cougar for a corner kick. So the corner kicks we saw in the first half, they played short, and then they put one right in the middle of the box, which troubled the Cougar defense. And it looks like they're going to try and do the same thing as the Cougars are zone marking this. Long runs into the box by the Bayhawk attackers who line up on the 18 and they all jump in. That's how we can tell it's a zone defense, because the Cougars are marking an area right now as Bellingham is going to run in looking for gaps and areas to try and get an opening. Ball knocked back to her, sent back to her, puts it in again. Graham gets her head to it and clears it. So the Cougars push up. Harrison pushing up, gets her foot on that. And the Bayhawk attack has been stymied. There's Jasmine Graham with the interception, but it's put away from her, put right back towards her, gets knocked down. Bellingham throw. Looks like Casey French has earrings in, and so the linesman takes them away from her. Graham defends and heads it away. Misplayed by the central defender. Harrison's chasing. Now it's put out of bounds by the... Oh, I guess it was put down by Harrison. Sure looked like it went off the Bayhawk defender from here, but again, we're a long ways away from that play. Good turn in the middle, but she forgot the ball. Cleared up by Chang. Now they're trying to run against Graham. She clears it, but right to his center midfielder. Job by Buckley to take that ball away, but she can't distribute. Now it's to Chang. Chang can't control it. It's taken away. Looking long down the right side, it looks like that ball's going to roll out before anyone can get to it for a Bellingham throw. Wow. Oh, that was a... Referee wasn't paying attention for that. The ball's got to come back all the way over her head. It looked like she just threw it in off her forehead. Butcher defending, knocks it away. Graham knocks it up to midfield. It's going to roll out for a Bellingham throw-in right about midfield. So 23:50 left to go in the game. 1-0 lead by the Bayhawks. And that's going to look long. That ball might check up. Thomas running onto it. The defender gets there first. And that ball is controlled by McDonald in the middle of the field. Butcher now is looking long for Thomas. Ball kept in. There's the turn. And Opplinger is there, and she's going to clean it up. Butcher walls off the offensive player, running towards her. And now it's a Bellingham throw. And there's the soccer thing that we often see, that Ivy Newell, when it was already out of bounds, knew it was out of bounds off of her, decided to give her the ball a little extra push. So Lakewood had to go chase it, take a little time off the clock, and get into Jasmine Graham's legs a little bit. So things that if you did on the playground, people would say that's not very nice, is allowed here in soccer. Ball to Thomas. Thomas gets it to Graham, down to Brown, but puts it out to Thomas. It's out of bounds. So the Cougars really haven't been able to mount any serious attack since the first 5 minutes of this half. They've not troubled the Bellingham keeper, or have they really had any dangerous opportunities. Game's been played mostly in the Bay Hawk side of the field, or maybe in the middle third to the final third of the Bayhawks. Certainly they have been on the front foot, and if the Cougars were to score a goal right now, it would certainly be against the run of play. Ball put through just a little bit too far for Ivy Newell, and Graham puts it out, and Newell gives her a little extra push with her shoulder, and Newell's a freshman wing out there going up against a senior who's certainly got to be up for league awards, as she has been one of the more dominant Cougars this year. And there's Graham once again tracking it down. Newell again pushes her in the back, and we'll see how many times she'll get away with that before the official decides it's too much. Crossed into the middle, knocked away by Opliger, right to Buckley, who's unable to control it. And now, as Bellingham keeps being forced back, as they're not able to control the ball, the ball is played down the side, and it rolls out for a Cougar throw. "20 minutes now left to go. We're halfway through the second half. 1-0 here. Bellingham Bayhawks are leading the Lakewood Cougars. Bellingham takes the ball to the end line, cross it, cleaned up nicely by Butcher, and is put out for a Bellingham throw-in. Throwing comes in, Buckley's tackling it, and that ball shot on goal, knocked away by the Cougar defense. You couldn't tell if that were Butcher or Graham that got a foot on it, but Olsa's overslapping Butcher's hand saying good job, so I'm assuming that ball went off Butcher and out of bounds. A low, crisp shot, not sure if Riviera was in position to save it or not, but because of the good defensive deflection, doesn't have to. So they're bringing it in short. And put it in the mixer, knocked down by the defender, and cleared out. Thomas has it. Oh, that time there's a match. Buckley goes down in a heap. No call, no foul. Cougars controlling the ball. Oplinger to Thomas, drops it to Chang, who now looks for Thomas running the sidelines, but she's going to not be able to get to the ball before it rolls out of bounds. Westfang knocks that through ball down, but it was able to get back to the right wing, but Oplinger cleans it up, puts it out of bounds. Ball across to the middle. Graham clears it up. Harrison has it. Looks to turn, can't. Doubled up by a Bay Hawk and now they're coming back on the attack. Ball put into the middle and then put out by Butcher, so that's going to be another Bellingham corner kick. They certainly have dominated the run of play to this point with their 1-0 lead. 17 minutes left to go. That ball was out. So unlike a throw-in, which starts out of bounds, if it stays out of bounds and never came in, they get to rethrow. A corner kick actually starts in the field of play, so if it goes out and hits the side of the net like that one did, it is actually out. Substitute coming on for Bellingham. Buckley's chasing it down, can't get to it. It's a 3-on-4 attack now, others joining. Great job there by Butcher, who then is just tackled from behind and knocked down on a very physical play by Maisie Wright. So Butcher steps in, takes it, and what we can only determine to be a frustration foul, Maisie Wright tackles her from behind and knocks her down. And that's going to be a Cougar free kick. Graham now has it on the right, puts it down the side for Thomas to run onto, but just rolls out of bounds. Ball's out of bounds off of the Bayhawks. It's going to be a big throw. Graham to throw. Harrison shows for her. Thomas is down the line. She goes into the middle where McDonald is. Oh, no, that's Chaley Chang. Plays it off her head, but a little bit too far. And that ball is cleared and sent long, and Riviera is going to come out and get it. Ball just being knocked around in the midfield. Comes free out here to Ivy Newell, who puts it off of Butcher and out of bounds for a Bellingham throw. Butcher's been very steady back there all season with Kiana Ost, and Coach Anderson is really starting to miss Aurora Fitzsimmons on the left. But Amy Opplinger has done a great job tonight back there on the left, as did the players the other night. Heavenly Brown was back there. Opplinger was back there in the win. Oh, and that's a cracker of a shot from Ivy Newell, but that goes over the bar. Out there on the left-hand side. Ball played a little offensive maneuver, knocked away by the Cougs. Buckley's in there knocking away. She's staying on it. Gets it back to Opplinger, who clears it to midfield and out of bounds. So good defense there by Buckley and Opplinger to stymie that Bayhawk attack and clear the ball. Well, that time Maisie Wright was given a ton of space right there in the middle, and she just turned and put it out of bounds. So Cougar defense, giving her some space to operate, is unable to take advantage. That actually might be Katie Nyes, number 19. Not number 9, Maisie Wright. It is number 19, not number 9. That's number 9 with the ball right there, Maisie Wright, a senior. And number 19 is Katie Nyes, a freshman. And there she is again trying to control it and is unable to. It's going to be a Bellingham throw. Good work by the Cougar defense. Out to Harrison, looking for Thomas. But Thomas is 1-on-3, and they're just going to play it safely back to their keeper. Thomas is going to run onto it as their keeper puts it back into play. Out to Elizabeth Wolverton. And now Bellingham is going to play through the middle again. That's knocked down by Graham, and she sends it high in the air to Harrison. But it's over her head, and the referee, the linesman, has the flag up for offsides. But the referee is not going to acknowledge it. And now the referee is going to stop play for Harrison being offsides. Harrison was in an offside position when the ball was played to her, but she got onsides when the ball came down. But it's when the ball is played is when you have to be on sides. 1-0 Bellingham lead here now in the final quarter of the game. Running down to 10 minutes as Bellingham again is on the offensive. Great job by Oppliger shielding the ball, but they're still going to call it a corner kick. But Oppliger took care of that attack, forcing that ball out of bounds. So McDonald coming back into the game now for Heavenly Brown. She, the goal scorer from the other night, hitting one from just out inside the 18. Oh, and that ball, the corner went all the way through. Nobody was able to get their head on it or hand on it. So Lakewood goal kick. The challenge by Butcher. And she was offsides. So the challenge by Butcher, the ball rolled free, came back to her, but July Jacoby was already into her run, and she was unable to hold it until because of the deflection. And so when it was finally played to her, she was offsides. Ost knocks that one down. And now here comes the Bellingham attack. Trying, gets around Oppliger, looks to cross, but there's McDonald to clean it up, put it out of bounds, and it'll be a Bellingham throw. 8:25 left to go now in the soccer match. Bellingham leading 1-0. Ball kicked over her head, played out by McDonald. Looks like the Bellingham wants to tee it up. So takes a deflection right to Katie Nyes, who puts it on, one-times it on the net, and Riviera is able to answer the challenge. Now she puts it out to Graham. Graham and Thomas playing a little bit. Graham takes it away from the Bellingham player. It goes to Buckley, who puts it back outside to Graham, who looks to make a run down the sideline, is unable to control it with her touch, and it goes out of